Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. Elektron sequencers are the prime excuse for aging synth hipsters with weird accents to completely neglect any attempt to get good at playing keyboards. However, today we are going to talk about the 2013 Analog Keys, and although it might be the only keyboard instrument from Elektron's product portfolio history that doesn't lead to immediate design-induced retina burn, the keys are not the main problem here. At the first glance, Analog Keys is ticking all the roll and want the display back boxes. Too many keys for my taste. Are not only equipped with aftertouch and Knight Rider-worthy LEDs giving you a glimpse into the inner workings of the aforementioned sequencer, they're also mostly unprotected from roadies and toddlers. Predetermined breaking points and expressive joystick implementation aside, the keys is very similar to AnalogFour's past and present. For, well, analog voices can be used as 4 independent monosynths / drum machines, are played polyphonically, with a sequencer track each and 2 additional ones for controlling the internal FX and external sound generators via CV gate and Midi. The synth voices are based on 2 DCOs each with the usual saws, triangles and pulses, but also a 303 inspired pulse and PWM has an impact on other waveforms as well. You can also patch in external signals, introduce mini-Moog-like feedback, add different colors of noise with a dedicated envelope, and siphon signals from the neighboring track. There are sub-oscillators reminiscent of vintage Junos that can be tuned to a 5th. Nice. Some basic menu diving allows you to dial in ring modulation like AM. There's oscillator sync, in oscillator vibrato, and a basic pitch envelope. The filter section consists of a low pass ladder and 2-pole multimode, hardwired in series with a dedicated ADSR you can find in another menu. There's also one for amplitude and another one for whatever blasphemous modulation you have in mind. The same applies to the 2 LFOs that come with the versatility and mind-melting learning curve we have grown to expect from Elektron gear. Feel free to add oscillator drift, boost resonance, and send your sonic concoctions to an unholy trinity of chorus, reverb, and delay. Given the minuscule screen, tiny sweet spots and fragmented menus, the sound design process can be considered an acquired taste, but the real challenges have yet to rear their ugly heads, and I'm not even talking about the classic Elektron sequencer with its 64 steps, accent functionality, trig-less locks, slide tricks, micro-timing and conditions. On top of the old-school Elektron food chain sits one of 128 projects reigning over 128 patterns, 16 songs you can cobble together from patterns and pattern chains, and 128 kits consisting of 4 sounds and settings for all 6 tracks. You can save 4 different states of global preferences and put 128 sounds on speed dial. Patches from this so-called sound pool can be made subject to per-step sound locking in the sequencer. And in addition to the normal splits of the multi-map mode, sound pool patches can be turned into kit-like monstrosities similar to AFX mode on the base station too. On a lighter note, tracks can be transposed on the fly, and the Arpeggiator has healing properties after 3 hours of relentless RTFM. The shift-like function button gets plenty of use. You can assign custom performance parameters for every kit. In contrast to the A4 Mark I, you don't have to retrofit per track outputs yourself. It blows my mind that Overbridge wasn't free back in the day, and I was surprised by how affordable AnalogKeys has become. Thanks to the great people of Signal Zirkus for lending me another gem from their vast collection. Elektron Keyboard instruments are few, far between, and certainly not the company's cash cow. Can AnalogKeys still hold up today, or is it yet another daring design failure? You have already heard the synth in today's intro tune. That's clean, functional, and a little anemic. Time to channel its inner groove box and add a few random patches. That is something I can get behind. One of the best electronic kick drums of all time, modern takes on Moog-ish basses and countless controlled yet organic tones. Tweaking these sounds can be tedious though. 4 voices of polyphony are not much. I wanna know how far we can get with minimal overdubs. Real-time access to a 5th sound and a smart voice allocation system are helpful in Spartan setups like these, and the internal effects are great. It is safe to say that AnalogKeys is not a beginner's instrument, but even seasoned Elektron enjoyers like myself might be facing a few challenges. Let's go hunt some sweet spots, and that's what you get when you have to spend more time on designing sounds than actually making music, especially after 2 AM dub derangement meta layer. AnalogKeys is a Mariana Trench-deep, no-training wheel synthesis toolkit seemingly designed for a global cult of home studio-dwelling middle-aged nerds. As soon as you start to embrace this complexity and put in the necessary time and effort, it rewards you with great modern sounds and the versatility associated with much more expensive instruments, at least in the analog world. However, all this applies to its keyboard-less siblings as well, and if you, like me, skipped piano lessons as a kid, a modded Mark I might be the more desirable option. That being said, if someone got me one of the 3 existing non-serial number monomachine keys Mark IIs, I would most probably start practicing. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below that support the channel regardless of what your bad gear guess commands you to buy.